What is the role of the student? People act like they want help and they won't accept the teachings given. They counter your advice with other advice they have heard or their own objections. We have to understand the process of learning. Learning is accepting that we don't know yet, or that what we have known is not right anymore. And as we know, in this modern society, the human condition is to have built up an ego, to have built up certainties, that we think we understand life and we know what it is. Simply put, those teachings of the ultimate truth, they shatter all the old beliefs. So one has to rethink everything, and it's very hard to admit wrong, as we know, especially when it has been built up over so many years. All your life you have been building up opinions and ideas on every topic, from information you have got from the outside that you have heard, read, watched. And then when you start to go inside and find the ultimate truth, that ultimate truth, which is exactly no I, no me, no ego, then it's an U-turn in one's beliefs or certainties. So of course it is very, very hard to accept. The human condition is meant to be suffering, to be miserable. That's why people have a life and exist, to give you that lesson. And the more time you have spent going the regular way, the more you have built up around that ego with opinions and certainties. So the harder it will be to turn around. Although people have to just face the reality and realize that their life is not really happy, they haven't understood life. So there are things to learn. So yes, they admit, of course, that they want help, but it's very, very hard to drop that ego, that me that knows better. So it's a constant struggle, but of course meditation is what the tool that makes one to calm down, to relax, to ease into the pain, and to manage to see through, and to start to give that humility, one of the best qualities a human can have, to reverse. And as we know, and as it has become popular lately, that phrase that it's all an unlearning, yes, it is completely an unlearning. And if one is wanting to figure the ultimate truth, then it is like deconstructing your whole existence, your whole me, what you always thought was you, what life was. All this has to become deconstructed to something more abstract. So it's a complete turnaround, and of course it's a hard one, and it takes time. So humility is the best quality, and then of course it's back to that famous quote from Plato, The only thing that I know is that I know nothing. Once you can integrate that notion for real, then you are off to a good start, and you have taken the biggest first step on the path to wisdom. If we put it in a Vipassana context, what life is actually is going on the karma, meaning the defilement. Humans are full of defilement. So once one is born, one starts to build up impurities in the mind. One starts to develop all the addictions that the human mind wants to get. And the process of the teachings is to purify the mind, to get rid of those impurities. So that's another way to look at it. And of course it's a hard one. Over time, by building up more and more impurities, more and more addictions, one has developed such a big ego, and it's always the conceited attitude that is hard to deal with. Many main teachers in Vipassana tell you that one of the last, hardest defilement to get rid of is that conceit, because ultimately that's why we exist. The original ignorance has made people starting to believe things, and over time, especially in the Western cultures, people love to believe their own lies, what they make up. What matters most is to be certain. It develops the pride. So the process of meditation and teachings is to go to the depth, in the reverse mode of getting rid of anything that one has believed to be true, to the existence itself, to the human life and human condition itself. So that is the opposite of the mainstream beliefs, the strongest beliefs that humans have about life.